I know, 83 feet down. What's crazy about being 83 feet down and able to see this beautiful natural reef is that it didn't exist 30 years ago. Hurricane Iniki came through, super strong hurricane, reached down to 80 foot and wiped this area clean. Yeah, that hurricane was strong. So all this natural reef you're seeing right here was only here for 30 years now. Yeah, it was just lava with algae on top of it. And coral needs a hard place to attach to.
You see it, guys?
If it doesn't have anything hard to hold on to, then coral can't live in this area. And algae is the enemy of coral. Kind of suffocates the coral itself, stops it from attaching. So when Nikki came through, wiped this place clean, coral started growing. Alright, our next use will be on starboard side. You're going to see some rope or line on the bottom of the seafloor. That's what we use to lower down our structures. So they kind of help guide us to the structure as we place them out there. Made it a little easier. You'll start seeing those Japanese reefs as well. Like I said, port side, just keep your eyes peeled in the holes out there. Try and see what you can spot. Hide and seek. Yeah, some sea cucumbers down here, right? Not as yummy as land cucumbers. Wouldn't recommend. Yeah, sea cucumbers are those kind of like slug-looking things on the bottom of the seafloor. Some are spiky, some are like rounded, just on the ground. You're seeing so much of our coral over there and a lot of our fish. You actually might even know some of these fish from that super famous nature documentary. You ever watched Finding Nemo?
Yeah,
that's right. We got those fish out here. So look for the all yellow fish that love bubbles. They tend to be near the reefs themselves. Or you can look for the Moorish idols, black and white, escaping their prisons. Or those rays we saw? Yeah, those are the rays that take them to and from school. So cloudy inside doesn't change the visibility. Good question. So it's a little darker right now, so that means there might be some clouds out. You'll notice when it gets a little lighter. Our conditions change based on our current. That's the main thing that affects it. So when an Eva current comes through, we'll pick up all that sand from the surf spot by Diamond Head, and it will just annihilate this area. We'll get like 30 feet of visibility, which is still doable. We drive pretty close to stuff, but 30 is our minimum. That's what we're allowed to drive in. I'm guessing we're probably at 70 feet, but I'll let you know when I get to a better landmark, if you know. But you probably noticed our depth gauge. We're already at 90 feet under the water. It's a great time to talk about crushed depth. You guys ever heard about that? Yeah. At a certain point underwater, there's so much pressure that any wall that you have could crush in on itself. Now, our crushed depth is 93 feet. We will make sure not to pass 93 feet. Don't worry. We can go to 900. 900, yeah. Coast Guard only likes 150 though. They don't feel comfortable let's going past that. But we're going to hit that 100-foot depth.
You're not even getting fish.
No, I see sails down below.
Coming on their screen there.
Sails. I see sails.
But we're not coming down here just to make you guys look cool.
Snails.
Make your friends even more jealous.
Seaweed, right?
We're actually coming down here to see some sunken airplanes. First one's going to be on starboard side. Second one will be on port side. Feel free to look on both sides. That's right. This is a sunken airplane. You might recognize it from your flight earlier. It's one of a Delta. No, I'm just kidding. Not anything that got crashed down here. Don't worry about it. This is actually a Mitsubishi YS-11, inter-island traveling vessel like Hawaiian Airlines. You see, they went bankrupt, and this is what happens when they liquidate assets. All the way down here.
Are you down? Or no?
Silly him.
Might be the water.
Yeah, I recommend getting that photo of that 100-foot depth if you haven't
Let me
yet.
sec.
Brag to your friends.
What?
Give your
Let me
best
see,
friend
what
the
are you
lowest
starting
high
to do?
five. This is the best time to do
Camera
it.
though.
In the meantime, port side, we are coming up to our second airplane wing down here.
It's a sorry.
Now look closer at these airplanes. They might not look as familiar as the ones you're used to.
What do you do in the bathroom?
And you can see the wingtip, it looks a little crumbled.
I guess I can
And
wait.
then if you look for the spot where you would sit, and
The
the
lobby,
captain would sit, and the
lobby
pilot
for
would
the
sit,
base,
those are completely
back
gone.
basers.
Yes.
The basers.
Yes, when you go to the bathroom upstairs.
Matthew, before we
Oh, see how it's lighter again?
Yes.
That's from the
where is your
sunshine.
mom?
Upstairs.
Proud of
Well,
it.
We get in.
Oh,
Yeah, look at the picture.
Dude,
Yes.
should we take the pictures here in this camcorder? I mean, this camera and Dana Walls?
yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, you can see some spotted eagle rays actually. There's 3 of them. They're past the wingtip. So you kind of have to bend down, look forward, but on the port side, you can see those spotted eagle rays. You can see the white underside. Yeah, unfortunately, our wildlife's not on payroll. We can't guarantee those bad boys on both sides.
We're going tomorrow, sure.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow morning, tomorrow.
Yes.
Is there the
Yeah,
museum or the aquarium?
Of course.
Is that what you want, Dano?
Of course.
Not
I know, it's
movie?
exciting, right? To
No,
sand case. You're like, oh, what's
What?
that?
What is it?
What did you say, Dano?
Romeo and Juliet.
That's what happened to those
Either one?
airplanes. The reason
Yeah,
why they're
alright,
missing so many pieces
Are you gonna do
is
something else?
Hurricane
Huh?
Inky.
You gonna do
Actually,
something else?
swim up on the bottom
Museum
of the
or what?
seafloor. They used to be sunk at 60 feet in depth. They were down here, the hurricane came through, picked it up, tumbled them on the seafloor, and we lost 2/3 of each airplane to the sea. Now, thankfully, we
We
stayed.
leave in a submarine.
We're talking about this one?
No idea. We searched for months,
Yeah, but
but
the Beatles.
the ocean just takes everything
What's your Papa
away.
Hurry?
Oh, you're seeing the cinder blocks,
No,
yeah.
No, stay where you are
Some
now.
people say that mafia members have
Stay where you are
special
now.
shoes to get down the slope. So they made it. It's also helped us with navigating down here. Everything that you kind of see that looks like ocean debris, probably how we navigate. Okay, we're up to our next structure. So port side, you're gonna see it first. We'll turn around and show the starboard side. Now this is the YO257, a yard oiler from World War II. So our largest vessel out here, 178 feet in length, 80 years old, 5 stories tall, and our healthiest reef out here. You're going to be seeing a lot of coral in just a moment. Especially on that catwalk right there, that's all coral right there.
Coral, guys.
Yeah.
Sit down, I even know what you sit. Sit inside. You're gonna sit inside. What's like this? You see? What is that?
Yeah, if you want to come scuba diving on our dive site, we're totally cool with it. We just ask that you don't drop an anchor. We have a mooring ball for you to attach to. Kind of hard to avoid an anchor out here on this submarine. And then also, don't touch the submarine. I know, it's crazy, but we do have people that come to hold on. And we have propellers that are not caged. So can you guess what happens with that? No capes, Edna Mode says. There's a reason.
All the sea creatures.
Do you see him, Dano?
Of course.
Which them?
Of
So many of them.
Look, guys. Who's that?
And another
That
fish.
Dory?
No, we.
Now keep your eyes peeled. In this area, turtles seem to like it a lot.
See any
Now, our
turtles?
turtles you typically
No.
will see will be on the bottom of
Oh,
the
we know they don't.
seafloor, either grazing on the Halomino algae or in
Well,
one
we
of the
think they don't
crevices
have a lot.
down there.
She
You
was?
see, you want to look for a smooth-looking
Yeah,
rock,
video.
very round in shape. And they're probably taking a big old nap, their 4-hour nap for the day.
Nasa na dyan.
You tell me. What this?
Nasa sa singer.
What or what?
Nagya. What's teacher?
Okay.
Oh yeah, there goes that cloud again. Getting lighter outside, a little easier to see.
This one?
Yes.
Tell us this. Go in. Look at this guy. Sit down. Very good. Don't clean it. Or do you think?
what's nice about our submarine is it's pretty quiet in general. You might hear that whirring noise from moving our submarine around, but otherwise not so much going on. That's because we're all electric, so you guys are actually sitting on the batteries, so we're able to not pollute any of the environment out here as we cruise on through here. We don't put anything out into the ocean. We're able to just kind of cruise on silently through. Where fish really like us.
You know him?
That, and we have a lot of algae on the outside of the submarine.
You like
Fish
it, you know?
loves to eat algae. Like an a la carte.
What do you look like?
As the cruise on through, they'll kind of come up and start munching on the submarine as we go through. Alright, I don't see any turtles, but maybe there's somewhere else over here. Fingers crossed, but we almost made our turn. We're going to be heading back to that YO257. Now you probably will see pretty easily there's some holes cut out in the side of this boat. So this boat was decommissioned by the Navy. They were going to shoot her offshore, but we said, this is way too cool. So we actually bought it from our Navy, and then we sunk it down here with our torpedoes. We had to kind of cut holes in it so it'd sink evenly, come down perfectly. It's also great for our ecosystem. It kind of allows airflow per se. But this vessel was basically a floating gas station, going in and out of the harbor, refueling all the vessels out there. Oh, that's a secret, trade secret. No. You see, when it comes to out here, you do learn how to drive a submarine on the job, which is pretty cool. Success is measured in inches. That's the words in the business. Nothing is like magnified or like far away or whatever, so like where we are right now is probably about 7-8 feet off. Yeah, Yosin. Super slack current though, so it's not too much of a worrisome here. Yeah, super slack, super clear. On the days that's not so clear, we gotta get even closer to see anything.
Is that Dano? Everything else I did, it was so tall. You got some fat Dano?
Almost all the way up. It's about 30 feet below the surface. So that chain goes to those mooring balls.
Is that Dano ours?
Yeah, so divers will come out, dive on,
I don't know, the
attach their boat to it, and they're able to dive on our dive
I
site.
don't know.
Yeah.
December 23rd.
They say hi.
Definitely should check it out if you guys ever have a chance if you're any divers.
He's
There's
smiling.
actually some
Baby
two
Dale's
ships right
smiling.
next to each other. So we're gonna go see the next ship
That
now.
was a video.
It looks like a video.
It's not. Black.
It's an awesome turn though
I
on
know.
that boat. Now this vessel obviously was great material, awesome causes, all that kind of fun stuff. The next vessel we're going to see though, well, it was a fishing boat.
Probably.
Ooh, not the good kind. You see, they would send out big nets and they would catch everything they were trying to catch, miles long of nets. They would catch the fish, then they would overcatch the fish. And then they would catch
Like
other
baby
things
Dano.
for wildlife. So they would catch our mermaids, our dolphins, our
we'll kiss you,
whales.
Have a video.
By the time that they got them out of those
Dano.
nets after pulling them in, well, they were asleep the
we'll
rest
kiss
of
you,
their lives. So, not the type of
Okay.
fishing, indiscriminate killing vessel. We don't like it. That's why it's illegal here in
Lock up
Hawaii.
one.
But what happened is it actually was by our island illegal fishing vessel. It's going to be over on the port side in just a moment. But don't worry, it did catch fire.
Why did him?
Woo!
Time is well kissed.
Now when it caught fire, they did everything they could to put it out. They used the fire extinguisher's water. Did not work. So finally they went to cargo. They threw fish on top of it and it didn't work. And they went to the big barrels of
when you
teriyaki
get to room
sauce
for dinner?
and they threw that on top.
Well, after I
So it turns out teriyaki,
After what?
flammable, yeah, yeah, you know.
It is us,
So
yes.
when they threw teriyaki sauce
Oh,
on
yeah.
top of it, that boat